Okay, next thing we need to explain is this little dripper right here. The Chameleons, Angelo and Vinci, both have this dripper, and this is the only way they get their water, other than eating the leaves, eating that stuff. So these guys can dehydrate pretty quickly. So what this little dripper does is it has a tube that runs into the cage. I'm going to open the cage and show you. It runs up into the cage. You can see it right here. This right here. And that will drip water. You have to set it to drip. There's a little valve right here. And if you open the valve, it will start flowing water. And then you want to make sure that water is flowing into that right there. So you turn it on a lot and you see where it's dripping. But you don't let it flow like that. You drip it. You got to adjust it so it's like one drip every 3 or 4 seconds. Some of them are harder than others. But see, now the drip is slowly growing. That's how you know it's right. There, it just dripped. Now it's going to slowly grow again. It takes a long time. This is more than 3 to 4 seconds, but this is still good enough. Just as long as they have something. There, see it forming? And then it'll drip. So you can turn it on more, like this, and then watch where it's going. You have to make sure that the drips are predominantly going in this container here. And when that gets full, when this little pot here gets full, or almost full, or even if you can see any water standing in there at all, then you have to take it and dump it out, dump the water out, because this is preventing the water from leaking out and getting all over the carpet and stuff like that. Okay? So now we adjust this to a very slow drip, which is kind of a pain in the ass. There we go. That's the speed we want. And then we come over here to Angelo, and we do the same. Now we got to remember, Angelo, or these cages have these leaves right here. There's the hose. It's got these leaves, and these leaves will interfere with the water path coming down. We want it to go in there, but let me close this and then you'll see. I'm going to turn it on. See how it's hitting the leaves? It's deflecting where it's going in here. So you just have to make sure the main water is going inside the pot. It's okay if a tiny bit goes outside, but what happens is even one drip every 3 or 4 seconds, it does end up making a puddle by the end of the day. So start it like that and see where it's hitting the leaves, and then make sure that all the drips are going in there. All right, and then come back and adjust this guy to do that 1 to 2, 1 drip every 3 to 4 seconds. There's 1. Actually, it's looking more like 10 seconds. That's fine. This is the rate we want, because if it's faster, it's going to empty it's going to empty this very quickly into this, and you're just going to have a big mess, and the guy's not going to be able to drink the water anyways. This is the perfect rate right here. See how it forms slowly? There it is. That's the speed we want. Next drop. Boom. Okay. And they come up to that tube and they'll drink right from that tube. Okay. That's the little dripper.